Hello and welcome to Accessibility's web module on registering for final exams with accessibility services at the University of Toronto, Mississauga. For your convenience, there is closed captioning provided for this video. In addition, please find the link for a transcript of this video below on this webpage. If you have self-renewed for the current academic term or re-registered with accessibility for the academic year and you receive exam accommodations, you can input final exam dates onto the Accessibility Information Management System, also known as AIMS. This ensures that you can write your final exams with accessibility with the use of your accommodations. To schedule a final exam, you will need to log on to the AIMS system. AIMS can be accessed by entering the following website onto your web browser: utm.utoronto.ca/access. You will be directed to the Accessibility's main website. On this page, you will find a heading on the left-hand side of the page titled Accessibility Information Management System for Students. Beneath this heading, there will be a link that states Login. Please click this link. You will be directed to the AIMS system login page. Please select the AIMS login link located to the center of the page. You will then be directed to the AIMS welcome page. On this page, there are several icons. To schedule a final exam, select the Schedule a Test or Exam icon on the top left-hand side. You will now be directed to the AIMS Test Scheduling Information page. This will provide you with important information regarding the process and procedure for scheduling a final exam. Please read through this information. To proceed with scheduling your final exam, select the Schedule a Final Exam heading on the top, second from the left-hand side of the web page. Please make sure that you select the Schedule a Final Exam option and not the Schedule a Test, Midterm, or Quiz option. You will now be required to log in with your UTOR ID and password. You will now be directed to the start page of the final exam booking process. Click on Select Course, which is available on the top left-hand side of the web page. Alternatively, you may also press the Next button on the bottom right-hand side of the page. You will now need to select the course for the final exam. Click on the drop-down menu in the middle of the page, which will provide you with a list of courses in which you are currently registered. Once you have located the course in which the final exam is being offered, select the course. Please click the Next button on the bottom right-hand side of the page. On this page, the final exam date and time will appear. You will need to select the exam date and time by clicking on the circular button to the left of the information. If the information is incorrect, please phone Accessibility's Test and Exam Office immediately. Please click the Next button on the bottom right-hand side of the page. On this page, information related to the course instructor will be listed, including the instructor's name and their email. If this information is incorrect, please do notify the Accessibility Test and Exam Office. Please continue booking your final exam. Select the Next button on the bottom right-hand side of the page. You will now need to choose the accommodations for your final exam. The accommodations approved by your accessibility advisor will be listed on this page. Click on the box to the left of the accommodation to select it for your final exam. If you want to use all your accommodations, select the Check All button on the bottom left-hand side of the page. If you wish not to use any accommodation, select the Check None button on the right. Click on the Next button on the bottom right-hand side of the page. On this page, you can indicate any issues or conflicts regarding the final exams. In the first section, under Timetable Conflicts, you can note any concerns regarding the final exam. If you are scheduled to write 2 final exams at the same time, you will need to checkmark the box for this conflict by clicking on it and providing additional details beneath the checkmark box. If you are taking another course at another University of Toronto campus, you can indicate if you have an additional final exam scheduled for the same day. You will need to checkmark the box and provide details. Under the heading of scheduling concerns, you can indicate whether you have another final exam scheduled on the same day. Checkmark the box in the scheduling concerns section and provide details. If you have a two-part final exam with an in-class portion, you will need to also provide those details. This section can also be used to denote any further final exam scheduling concerns you may have. If you have 3 consecutive final exams, you must check the box that pertains to your schedule and provide additional details. If you have any religious observance, you can indicate this information on the page. Checkmark the box and provide the details. Please follow the procedure as outlined on the page, as requests for religious accommodation during final examinations must be submitted online through the Office of Registrar's website. Please select the Next button. Space availability will now be searched to ensure that a space can be secured for your final exam. If a space is found, the above statement will appear confirming the space. Please note that although this step does ensure that there is availability, it does not finalize your final exam booking. If you end the process on this step, your final exam will not be scheduled with accessibility. Select the Next button on the bottom right-hand side of the page to continue. On this page, the final exam book information will be summarized. You are advised to review this information to ensure it's accurate. Click on the box at the bottom of the page after reviewing the statement, ensuring that the information is correct to the best of your knowledge. Once you have checkmarked the box next to the statement, indicating your acknowledgement that you are submitting the information to the best of your knowledge, you can select the Submit Request box at the bottom of the page on the right-hand side. Once you have submitted the request, this page will appear confirming your final exam booking has been submitted. Do not end the final exam booking process until you receive this message confirming your submission. You will also receive an email confirming your successful submission of your final exam request. The information about your writing location and start time will be emailed to you 2 days in advance of your exam. To ensure that you have submitted your final exam request, view the middle tab on the top of this page titled My Upcoming Events. It will provide a chart of your upcoming final exams that you have scheduled with accessibility services. Similarly, you can also return to this page to view your final exam start time and writing location. This information will be available to you 2 days before the final exam date. Should you have any questions or concerns related to final exams, please contact Accessibility's Test and Examination Office at 905-828-3847 or accessexams.utm@utoronto.ca. Thank you for reviewing the Accessibility Final Exam Scheduling module at the University of Toronto, Mississauga.